A Pimp My Pokemon production. What's up, Pokemon trainers? It's me, Pimp My Pokemon, and we are at Fennel's house for my 6th episode of my Pokemon Black and White walkthrough. We're just gonna go back to Route 2 for 2 quick items behind the shrub that we couldn't cut down before. Using our HM slave, we're gonna cut it down. And I hope you guys enjoy this video because I've used a new technique to record my video, and it seems like there is no audio lag whatsoever, and that the video quality is also not so bad. So I'm really happy about that. I hope you guys enjoy it too. I do all of this for you guys. Yeah, so now we're gonna leave Striation City and move on to the next stage of the walkthrough, which will be in Route 3. Route 3 is a really expansive place. Not really expansive, but quite big. So this video will be quite long, and at the end of the video I have a really awesome discussion on IV training and a screenshot, no, not a screenshot, 1 minute video of how to calculate your IVs online using a calculator, so you guys can calculate your own Pokemon IVs. So that was the daycare center right on the right, the building on the right, not this one right here, not the red roof one, the building on the right. So basically you can store your Pokemon there, and they'll be trained 1 experience point every step you move in the game. That is not really that much, but it's good for training weak Pokemon. And there are rumors that it's bad for you training your Pokemon, but those are bullshit rumors. It's the same as using a rare candy, because now that you guys have learned about EV training from me, you guys should know that when you're in the daycare you get no EVs. That's the only reason why Pokemon from the daycare seem to be weaker. So yeah, now my Munna will use a yawn on the other Munna, and yeah, this was a really bad matchup on my part because I just can't do any damage. Munna has incredibly high special defense. Despite my high special attack on my Munna, I still can't really reduce the opposing Munna's health by that much. So I'm going to switch out to my crazy monkey, and we're going to take him down. Munna gives an HP EV. I'm going to try to build my Munna in an HP and special attack type build to make it a bulky special attacker. I think I talked about it in the previous videos that Munna has a high special attack base stat, high HP base stat, and relatively high defense and special defense base stats. But the weakness is incredibly low speed and incredibly low attack. And I'm honestly okay with the low speed. Usually speed is one of the best stats, but now that I'm gonna attack second no matter what because my speed is so low, now I can just invest those 252 EVs in HP to make my Munna even stronger than it already is. It would be so bulky, so high special attack. I'm also considering a move called Trick Room. I think I talked about that a few episodes ago. Yeah, it basically changes the battle mechanism so that the slower Pokemon attacks first. It's kind of a noobish move, but it could work really well with Munna. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to use it. So yeah, I made the mistake of battling these monkeys. There are 3 monkeys. Each toddler in this playground area has 1 monkey, and I battled all of them with Munna thinking that they would all give a special attack EV, but boy was I wrong. I googled it after and I'm like, oh fucking shit, they all give a speed EV, which is exactly the opposite of what I want to train Munna at. So the name of this video is called Without You I'm Nothing, I think, or I'm Nothing Without You. Yeah, basically I named it that because my Munna now complements my Snivy, because my Munna wants to boost its HP and special attack, and it doesn't want a single attack or speed EV, while my Snivy wants exactly the opposite. It wants to boost its attack and speed and doesn't want a single HP or special attack EV. So when there's a Pokemon out there that I don't want the EVs for my Snivy, I can just send out Munna. So that's really helpful. And both Munna and Snivy right now have high defense and special defense. So my team is kind of fucked up. It's kind of weird because they're both meant to be wall Pokemon, but I'm using them as sweepers or physical attackers, special attackers. But it's not really that weird. You can, as I said in this first video about natures, you can use your Pokemon any way you want. If you have a good reason for it and it works well in your team, then use it. Don't look on like sites saying is my nature good. Like, obviously some natures are better for some Pokemon, but if you think that it's working well in your team, don't change it. Definitely not. And today I want to talk a bit about IVs, because at the end of this video presentation there will be a 1-minute video of me entering my EVs, my stats, and my level and my nature for Snivy into an IV calculator to calculate my IVs for Snivy. And surprisingly, the IVs for Snivy are really, really good. So I want to talk about IVs. IVs are individual values, and basically they're with your Pokemon at birth. So some Pokemon are more talented than others, just like us humans may have a talent in math but a weakness in maybe music or something. But some people are so great at music but maybe may not be good at sports, and some people may be great at sports but not good at music, and etc. So basically, just like that, Pokemon also have natural IVs in all 6 stats. So basically, the smallest IV you can have, the weakest one, would be a 0 in all of the stats. That would mean a 0 bonus in all of the stats at level 100. However, the highest you can have of IVs in all the stats is 31. I don't know why they picked that number, but it's 31. So basically at level 100, if one Pokemon has 31 in all of its IVs for all of its stats, then it would have 31 stat points higher in every stat than a Pokemon who had 0 IVs in all of its stats, if that makes any sense. Yeah, so what else should I say? But obtaining a 31 IVs in every single stat is incredibly difficult. It requires the probability is like maybe 1 in every 10,000 breeding times you breed an egg. So I'm not gonna get one of those 31 IVs, so don't count on that. But by breeding, you can influence a nature on the egg that you're about to hatch by giving the female an Everstone to hold. The female with the nature you want an Everstone to hold. I'll tell you guys more about that later in breeding. There's no point in talking about it now. So yeah, you can all I'm gonna say is that you can boost IVs by breeding, by catching them. Even some Pokemon in the wild have different IVs to each other. Every person has different talents, so Pokemon even have different talents. That's what I find so fascinating about Pokemon. It's not just stats, it's not just EVs, it's not just natures, it's also IVs. There's so many things going for a Pokemon. There's so many different ways to build a team of Pokemon that it's almost like a game of chess or something. I'm a really big fan of chess, by the way. I'm just telling you guys. But so if I make any references about that, please forgive me. And yeah, so it's really a game of strategy. Honestly, it's really amazing. I'm really astonished by such a childish game. Like when I was a kid, I was like, oh, a Pokemon, I want to get it like level 100. That was my only aim. Then my aim became, as I said in the last video, let's get a good nature. But back then I thought a good nature was like a quiet nature, like a relaxed nature. I was like, that's a good nature. And I was like, fuck the naughty natures, fuck. And I was like, what the fuck is an adamant nature? And now I'm like, oh my god, an adamant nature. So yeah, if you guys think I'm really weird, then you guys should definitely check out natures, because an adamant nature is definitely one to get, a really good one. So yeah, and the last IV video at the end of this presentation is really rushed, because I only show the results of the IVs that Snivy has for like maybe 5 to 10 seconds, so you guys can just pause the video there and maybe check them out. Okay, now after beating, this was our third rival battle with Cheren. Sorry for not talking about the video. And Team Plasma just ran on by because they stole this young girl's Pokemon who's following Bianca around. So eventually we're gonna have to go and basically beat them up to get the Pokemon back. So, but I'm not gonna do that in this video because it's already approaching the 10-minute mark, and I'm just gonna collect some items, beat up one trainer, and yeah, boost some of my attack and speed EVs for Snivy. Yeah, and Snivy is going to evolve in the next episode. Sorry, he's not gonna evolve in this episode if you guys are hoping on that. He has like basically 2 or 3 more battles to evolve at the end of this video. So yeah, that'll give you guys something to look forward to in the next video. And yeah, I hope I covered IV training well. If I haven't, I'll post a link in the description to the IV calculator so you can try it out for yourself. But you will have had to record your EVs. Like I said in the second episode of Pokemon Black and White, when I was saying that you should record them by pen and paper or by hand. You really need to do that if you're gonna find the IVs of a Pokemon. And also even at level 16, the IVs are not exact, as you'll see. They'll only give me a mean value, which is basically an average value of the IVs that they could be. But at about level 30 onwards, then the IVs are pretty much certain. But you will need to input your EVs if you train your Pokemon. If you haven't trained your Pokemon, great, you don't have to put anything in the EVs, just enter the stats, the level, the nature. And the unique thing to Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Black, White, Heart, Gold, Soul, Silver is that under the nature, there's a little phrase. Like maybe, my Snivy is alert to sounds, some are proud of its power, some are, whatever yours is, you'll have to enter that phrase as well. I'll show it to you guys in due time. And I've sped up these battles quite a lot to 175%. I hope that doesn't bother you guys. It's just to finish this video in time, otherwise I don't want to keep you guys here for like 20 minutes. That would be probably pretty annoying, especially if you just want to see the IVs being calculated at the end. Yeah, so I won't have much time to say this at the end, so if you've liked my videos, please subscribe. It means a lot to me. And please thumbs up and comment. Comments are really meaningful to me. I actually prefer comments to likes. I just want to see what you guys are thinking, how I can improve, what you guys want me to do in the future. I can talk, because like I'm talking about IVs today, I basically covered all of IVs in one day. I can easily cover anything you want me to talk about. Yeah, otherwise I'll just go back to the chill walkthroughs for a bit. And so then we get the second item. Yeah, you just follow along and you'll get all the items. I'm just going to stop here. Okay, this is on cerebi.net, the IV calculator. You need to enter your species, nature, and that phrase I said. My Snivy's level is 16, and these are the stats that my Snivy has. I just check on Notepad because I've written them up there, so that I don't have to keep referring to the DS game. Special defense and speed. And now I'm going to enter the EVs, and you guys must have just seen the EVs on the right hand side, so you can just check if they're right. I'm pretty sure they're right. 2, 22, 0, 2, 0, 10. Awesome. So now we're going to go down in the lower right hand corner, and you're going to press calculate individual values. You're going to scroll up, and those are the mean values. Look at that speed, 31. What was I telling you guys about? 31 is the best.